Self-image. So self-image is not when you look in the mirror. Self-image is how you look at yourself in your mind. How do you see yourself in your mind? What do you believe you're capable of doing? Do you think you're pretty? Do you think you're not pretty? Okay, this is like a very shallow level of self-image, but the belief of thinking you are pretty and that you look good is already making you more attractive. Okay, if you think yourself, you think you look good, and you show, okay, you walk on the street and you're just vibrating, I know I look good, I know I'm amazing, I know I'm sexy, I know people are attracted to me. Even that energy of that belief, which has nothing to do with your external looks, just the belief, the mental framework of believing that about yourself, makes you more attractive. Confidence is one of the more attractive aspects for women within a man. If a guy looks very good on the outside, but he himself does not have the belief system, he's pretty. He has not the confidence, he has not the mental framework of those things. Women prefer a man who vibrates and has the mental framework of confidence, of thinking positive self-image, over a guy who looks good in the physical. And why is this happening? Okay, why is this happening? Because women are emotional beings and they are very influenced by the energy that's being vibrated, even though they are not consciously aware of it. Okay, so they are very influenced by the energy that you cannot perceive. And if you're confident, you can, in general, you can do this with men and women, but if you're confident, you have a strong energy, high energy, you can influence the perspective of the people around you because everything's energy. Okay, and you perceive reality from your energy, from your perspective. So if you vibrate a strong positive energy onto someone else, they cannot help it to perceive you as more interesting, as more pretty, as more um, yeah, as a more interesting human, because you are vibrating that on them and they don't see, you don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind. Okay, so you have that to take that in consideration, that self-image is very powerful. It's something that influences people around you all the time, and that's the vibrational aspect of a self-image. Next, if you, for example, I've been in sales my whole life. If you unconsciously believe that you are not good in sales, okay, you will, in a sales call, you will vibrate this and people will not be convinced of your perspective. If you if you unconsciously do not believe in the product, in the service, or in your own skills, you will vibrate it and it will affect their mental framework. They will feel it. They will feel the energy and they will not be convinced by your communication. But the moment you believe in your offer, you believe in yourself, and you truly believe that this sale will help their life to become better, that's the moment everything becomes fluid and they will adapt to your perspective. Okay, also with having a vision of living in freedom, being wherever you want to be, I had to change that self-belief. I had to change that self-image of, I am as free as a bird. I'm a traveler. I am living in different countries, different places. I had to believe that for myself even before I was doing that. And that was the moment things became obvious. Um, yeah, the funny thing is, for example, just to give you an example how it works in the brain. So if you have a clear image of the reality you want to move to, certain things will pop out for your unconscious mind. So just to give you an example, um, The universe would communicate with me through certain logos, certain things, and they would just pop out. And if someone else would look at the same logo, it would just look like a normal logo, but for my brain, it would be more clear. And my brain, my unconscious brain, is like a supercomputer. So it already knows the steps, what to take, how to get there. But you can only program your unconscious brain where the right actions will pop out onto you if you keep if you take control over your self-image and create a clear vision of the future. So certain apps, certain actions, certain things would pop out, and then I would just take the action, and then after a few months I would be in the reality I wanted to be in. And that's because the external reality is just a reflection on what's happening on the inside. So if you create a different vision in your mind, you program your self-image, this is the person I am, this is the vision I'm having of living in that reality. If you lock that in and you stay in that frequency, do not let your energy be influenced anymore. The outside world give you signs. The outside world will give you signs and ways how to get there. It will attract you people, things, websites, the feeling of intuition, oh, I have to go there, or I have to go there. If you follow these signs, it's actually the outside energy. The external world is just energy, is just molecules, okay, waveforms adapting to your inner world. Because you are perceiving it with a certain vision, you are perceiving it with a certain self-image. So the waveforms, the external reality, is just adapting to your inner world. And it does this with synchronicities. It does this by making certain opportunities pop out onto you. And then when you take action on that while protecting your belief systems, because if your belief systems, if your energy, if your perspective is being attacked because you are oversharing the reality you're moving towards, that's the moment you're being dragged back into the old frequency, and then you get sucked back into a timeline where you're not capable of reaching your goals. Therefore, it should be a top priority of protecting your energy from society, from their belief systems of what's possible and what's not possible. Because the only reason things are not possible is because you stop taking action. You stop being aligned because their energy, their vibration is locking you back into a self-image, locking you back in a belief system that does not allow you to attune yourself to that reality. So protect your energy so you can keep control over your self-image. And yes, you have to be a little bit delusional, but you should not share your delusion. You should not share your delusion. If I would share my delusion with you, what I believe I'm capable of, you would think I'm insane. So I'm not sharing it. I will show you. I will show you what I'm capable of by just keep on taking action on my vision. And if I'm in my own energy, I'm doing the right stuff, I can dream very, very big, and I can keep on taking action, and I will keep taking action until I reach my goals. Because, what's else, to do in life? I pretty much done everything in life I wanted to do at this point. The only thing I want to do right now is, I'm not gonna say it because, I'm not oversharing it. It's my inner vision. It's my inner vision, and I'm just keep taking action until I'm reaching my goals, and that's, that makes life beautiful. Changing the world in your own unique way. That's the reason you came here. Evolving your inner vision of yourself, evolving your belief systems, evolving your habits, failing by taking action, and then, learning, and then making your actions more effective, and then, winning, creating results, and locking yourself in those habits. Okay, locking yourself in, making these videos, at this point it goes automatic for me. I don't have to think about it anymore. Okay, it just goes automatic. I don't have to think. It does not cost me any mental energy anymore at this point, because I am in my own bubble. I am in my own energy. And you can lock into habits, but these habits can only be locked into a certain frequency bubble, okay? And the moment you're mixing this frequency bubble, you're losing your habits. So you can only build habits on your frequency bubble. That's why you should make it a priority to first protect your frequency bubble, and then build the right habits in this bubble to get you to the reality you want to move to. But if you're never capable of creating your protective bubble, you will never be capable of controlling your habits towards a specific vision that comes from within. You will never reach your goals if you aren't capable of being alone. If you aren't capable of creating belief in your inner world. Creating a self-image that allows you to think on a level that cannot be perceived anymore, of not perceived yet on the outside. Okay, make a self-image about yourself, what you're capable of doing. Protect your energy, create habits that make that a reality. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to click the bell button. It allows me to put you on a frequency of freedom, so you can attune to my energy. Subscribe, click the bell button. Also like and give me a comment, give me some feedback, would be amazing. And if you need some personal help, click on the link below. And yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.